God, 'cause love is running through my veins. Oh, this line can't be tamed. There's fire in my blood. Burn.
Right then, hello everyone and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship for the first time here in Formula 1 for 2019, as we are back with F1 at the Bahrain International Circuit. It's been a long season break, ladies and gentlemen, but yes, Formula 1 finally returns and we're here for round one of 16 at the Bahrain International Circuit. In the commentary booth is me, Miran Evji, and joining me today is unfortunately no one, because we have a bit of a commentator deficiency, so I am alone. Yes, so Bahrain, a very, very interesting circuit. Also, we are here for qualifying, a three-stage qualifying, actually. So the original 20-minute qualifying session for Formula 1 has been scrapped. We are running Q1, Q2, Q3 as per the real Formula 1 qualifying format. So as you can see in chat, Q1 will be 12 minutes long, followed by then where the slowest 5 will go out. Then we run Q2, which is where the slowest 5 go out again, and that's a 10-minute long session. And then Q3, where the top 10 have the fight for pole position, which is 8 minutes long. So we've tried this new system to replicate the real Formula 1 seasons more accurately, and then also bring a bit of excitement into qualifying. You know, you get the standard performers that make it to Q1 and Q2, so it brings a bit more action into the qualifying sessions. So I think you guys will enjoy this. It's going to be the first ever session with these three-stage qualifying format, so it's going to be very, very exciting. And yes, Formula 1 at Bahrain, very, very exciting. Always a very interesting circuit, this one. A lot of fast corners and slow corners as well, as we see Josef Schuto approaching turn 10 here. Very tight braking zone. And obviously this circuit was first opened in 2004. Now I'm just saying this off memory. Normally I have Wikipedia up on my second monitor to give you guys some facts and nice little information about the circuit, but now I'm just doing this off my mind. And the circuit was opened in 2004, designed by Hermann Tilke, famous, or infamous should I say, Formula 1 track designer. Probably one of his best works, this circuit. And yeah, you can really see it. There's a lot of overtaking opportunities, and you can carry battles really well throughout the first sector. And then there's this long start-finish straight, which is a DRS zone, which you can get a nice run on, and then make a move into the first corner. As we have the first time then posted, it's Josef Schuto, a 131.3. That is quickly beaten by the Renault of Laban Zasnishkai. Obviously, yes. Apologies for that, but I should probably mention, as we see the times coming on the board, the new lineups for F1 in 2019. So yes, a lot of new faces and also some familiar faces on the Formula 1 grid. A lot of big transfers and Formula 2 rookies moving up. It's very, very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, obviously the man you see on your screen, Josef Schuto, staying with Williams for a third successive season, but he has a new teammate. It's not Laban Zasnishkai anymore, as he has moved to Renault. He is partnering. He's now partnering Wojtek Kulasek at Renault. Shuto has Formula 2 championship contender Maximilian Novikov, who you guys might formerly know as Dima Antonov, but he runs by his real name now. So he is accompanied by Maximilian Novikov at Williams, which looks to be a very, very exciting lineup. A very seasoned veteran of the ACOC, Josef Fredrik Schuto, and then the young gun Novikov alongside him as Zasnishka goes P8. Obviously, the man Zasnishka is replacing at Renault, Thomas Mandic, has gone to Red Bull. He's now partnered with Alfred Klaus. It's going to be very, very exciting as Thomas Mandic, probably one of the biggest youngsters, one of the biggest names of the ACOC. I think he carries a lot of talent, the young Croatian, and he has had an incredible junior career and an incredible career in Formula 1 with Renault in 2018, and now Red Bull has put faith in him to accompany Alfred Klaus for 2019 to put up the championship charge to people like Mercedes and Ferrari. As here's Alexander Arnold in last place at the moment. He is stuck behind the Williams of, I believe that is Maximilian Novikov. He is stuck behind, or that could be Josef Fredrik Schuto actually. Few more people to mention. Obviously Haas, now that Ruslan Protsiuk has announced his retirement. He's not racing with us anymore, and we wish Protsiuk the best. Victor Albom is now accompanied by Formula 2 champion of 2018, Jafari Blackwood, which seems to be a very, very interesting lineup. We'll see how Jafari performs in the Haas. Toro also have a brand new lineup of Lewis McIntyre, who moves team for a third time in the ACOC, accompanied by Formula 2 runner-up Samet Özkan. As we're going to see Arnold post a time, and it is an improvement, but he can only manage P11 as he's stuck behind the Williams. I believe that's Dennis Graf, who's also in P2. That he's stuck behind the Schuto as well. And Arnold actually can't get past the Slovakian here, so yeah, I think he might be a bit frustrated. Remember, Arnold back in 2018, he took his first ever pole position here, which was very, very which was a very good performance from him that qualifying session. Unfortunately, he couldn't carry over that to the race, where he got overtaken by Dennis Graf, and Graf went on to win that race. But yeah, back to the lineups. Obviously, Patel, who got sacked by Red Bull, he now moves to Racing Point, and he is partnered by young Polish hotshots Kai Chereznia. So I think those two will make a pretty good team. Patel replaces Gamba, who moves to Renault to replace the retiring Linus Timel. So that is a very, very strong lineup, I have to say, at McLaren. Gamba is a very, very good driver on a good day, and Parachki he's known for dragging. He's known for outperforming the machinery he's given. So it's a very strong lineup to have. And I mean Renault as well. They have obviously Zasnishka. I guess he's no Mandic, but he's still a very, very good driver. So see Franco Gamba in P4 in a McLaren, very, very good from the Italian driver, as he's P4 for his new McLaren team. So all 20 times on the board then, and your top 5 at the moment is Jesper Johansson, the 2018 world champion, currently on pole, followed by the 2017 world champion Dennis Graf in P2, then it's Miran Evji in P3, and then Franco Gamba in P4, and Wojtek Kulasek, P5 for Renault. Klaus and Mandic, P6 and P7. So I think they seem to be struggling a bit. Maybe the car is not right adjusted for the Red Bull pairing, but at the moment it's Klaus who leads his teammate Mandic by a tenth of a second. Obviously, not a lot is expected from Thomas Mandic. It is only his first race for Red Bull, so I guess this race is just mostly him getting acquainted to the team and the car and the working conditions at the Milton Keynes outfit. As we see Alfred Klaus starting a lap, he has got Laban Zasnishka, I believe that is, ahead of him. So yeah, Alfred is going to encounter some traffic here as he makes his way to turn 7, this is. And then I believe one person who is gonna be the man to watch, apart from Mandic, obviously, is probably Lamazas Nishka in the Renault. Obviously, that Williams in 2018 that he was driving with was a, let's just say, very uncompetitive car. And both Shuto and Zasnishka really struggled throughout the season. Obviously, Laman was able to secure 1 point, where he finished P10 at the Spanish Grand Prix in 2018. So it was a very, very exciting session. At the moment, your top or your bottom 5 is currently Luca Farina, Jafari Blackwood, Victor Album, and then the 2 Williamses of Josef Erik Shuto and Maximilian Novikov. Kai Shrezhnia just barely above the elimination zone there. But yeah, Luca Farina as well, who makes his debut for Alfa Romeo. He's not really leading his teammate Milka Singh, who's doing very well in P12 for Alfa Romeo. Obviously not Alfa Romeo Sauber anymore. It's now called Alfa Romeo, so it's a completely new constructor, or technically run by Sauber still, but called Alfa Romeo. Jafari Blackwood, though, the man from Jamaica, is on a lap time at the moment. He's going to want to get himself out of the top 15. He's actually leading his teammate Victor Album at the moment by a pretty 0.04 of a second at the moment. As he goes through the first sector, he is about 0.5 off as we approach a minute remaining. Now this is going to be the final. This is going to be the final time for drivers to set their laps. As Kai Shrezhnia improves, he's safe. He goes up to P11, the Polish driver, as both Ferraris enter the pit lane. Lewis McIntyre and then crucially Samet Özkan as well in the pits. So if Blackwood or anyone else in the elimination zone at the moment decides to improve, that could mean the end for Özkan's qualifying, at least. As Victor Albom is on the lap time here as well, as he now makes his way on to turn 9 and turn 10, on board with the Danish driver. Making his way around turn 10, now on to the paddock start-finish straight. Obviously some lesser-known series have this as their start-finish straight. Now on to turn 11, very long corner, and then turn 12 as we approach the right-hander now. You have to, don't take too much curb there, or it is going to upset the car. As we see Albom now approach the back straight onto the final 2 corners. Victor is going to have to nail this if he wants to get himself out of Q1. As no, he's actually aborted the lap. So both Hasses are out in Q1. So Haas not looking very competitive then, as they will be P17 and P18. Let's see Luca Farina then, the young Italian, if he can get himself out of Q1 as Kai Shrezhnia set an improvement. No, Farina is coming in, so that is Luca Farina out of qualifying as well. Novikov is out. Shuto is on a lap time here, so let's see if the Slovakian is going to improve or is going to abort the lap. He will finish this, so let's see if Josef Erik Shuto can get himself out of Q1 as he will cross the line. It's only P17 for Josef Erik Shuto, and he stays eliminated. Still a very good effort from the Slovakian driver, as we're just waiting for the final car to cross the line, and that's Lamazas Nishka. Very good effort from Wojtek Kulasek though, as he is P4, but your 5 eliminated then are Maximilian Novikov, Victor Albom, Jafari Blackwood, Josef Erik Shuto, and then Luca Farina. So a very interesting session then, as we gear up for Q2. Wojtek Kulasek, very, very well done from the Czech driver. P4. He's really out-tracking the Renault. He's doing very, very well. And then Zasnishka as well, on his debut for Renault, P9 in Q1. But things could change, obviously, now that we enter Q2. The Toro Rossos just barely got in there. McIntyre and Özkan did pit a bit early, actually, so they didn't get a lot of final. So they didn't get a final run, really. But they are still in. And we'll see how people fare. Alexander Arnold he did, the German in the Mercedes didn't really set a competitive lap time, as he had a lot of traffic in the first part of qualifying, and then I just think he didn't really bother setting another lap time. I think he's just saving up for Q2 and Q3. But your fastest 5 at the moment is Johansson, Graf, FG Kulasek, and Gamba, as we are here for Q2 then. And it is the man from Poland, Kai Szczereznia, who is going to be the first man out on track. As, we have 10 minutes of Q2 now, so that's 2 minutes less from Q1. It's going to be very interesting to see who makes it through. Could have some stand-up performers and some surprising knockouts as well, as things start to heat up for Q2, as everyone's going to want to get in the top 10. If you have any predictions for pole for the people watching, if you have any predictions for pole or just who's going to get eliminated in Q2, feel free to put them in the chat below so we can discuss them a tiny bit. As Kai Szczereznia makes his way to turn 9 now. I think Szczereznia is just going to have to hope to beat his teammate. Obviously, this is his first full season in Formula 1, so we'll see how he fares. But we all know the talent he's capable of. Obviously, coming from an incredible junior career, especially with how massively he dominated the Formula 2 field. If you rewatch those races, that's available on our YouTube channel, you can just see it was just on a different caliber to the other F2 drivers, really. And then a very consistent Formula E season as well. Obviously couldn't match his teammate, champion Jakob Sikorski. But still a very good season for him. It was back in 2017. Now he's gonna hope to lead a Racing Point forward, as he will now start his lap, as he might encounter a bit of traffic there. There's the Ferrari of Miran Evci, I believe that is, and hopefully that it won't hamper him too much, but I still think that could play a role in his lap here, as he seems to have not had the best line to turn 3 there. Now on to the SS. Very difficult couple of corners to get right, and you have to be very brave to carry a battle through those corners, for sure. And then down to turn 9 and turn 10, the braking zone, as FG locking the tires a bit, going off the track. Must have been Szczereznia a pretty big scare, as we still remain on board with Szczereznia. On to turn 11 now, as we approach sector 2. And then on to turn 12. Take all the available track that you can. Now to turn 13, the right hand a bit slower as you approach the back straight. You want to get a nice exit here to prepare yourself for the final corner here, turn 14 and turn 15. This one is crucial if you want to set up an overtaking to turn 1 on the next lap. And then the long start finish straight. Let's see what it will be for Kai Szczereznia. It's a 1:31.275. That is the benchmark time to beat for everyone at the moment. As next across the line will be the Alfa Romeo of Milka Singh. He beats that, a 1:31.099. Very good stuff from the Indian driver in his second season for Alfa Romeo. Alex Arnold now goes fastest, a 1:30.1. He actually had Thomas Mandich to deal with there, just ahead of him. Samet Özkan, a 1:31.0, goes 1,000 faster. Milka Singh, as the times are now coming on the board. Zasnishka, Kulasek, and Gamba setting all their times. And look how close the Renaults are. Wow, goodness me. 0.06 of a second separate Zasnishka and Kulasek. As Alfred Clausen posts this time, 0.3 off poleman, or provisional. No, I can't say poleman. Fastest lap time, Alexander Arnold. Lewis McIntyre in the Toro Rosso, a 1:31.274. As he is 0.2 off his teammate Samet Özkan. So we go on board with Franco Gamba. I believe he has the Renault of Kulasek for company there. Yeah, this is not going to do wonders for Franco's lap if he was planning to do another, as Dennis Graf posted 1:30.2. He goes out to P3 as his teammate Mir Nevji goes into second place. Obviously, remember, Mir Nevji is not really well known for his qualifying efforts here. Back in 2017, he had a crash, I believe, or I think it wasn't. His car broke down back in 2017. As Jesper Johansson gets himself into the 129s now. Seems to be the world champion seems to be picking up the pace as he goes approximately 8/10 faster. No. Sorry guys, I'm not math is not my strong suit. 5/10 faster than his teammate Arnold. It's the Mercedes 1-2 at the top at the moment as Franco Gamba trying to clear Wojtek Kulasek there, but can't quite get past the Czech driver yet. So Gamba could be in the risk zone here as we have all the 15 times on the board. Then the people in the elimination zone at the moment is Lewis McIntyre, Kai Cherezhnia, Mohammad Patel, Samet Özkan, and then Milka Singh. So these guys could go out. Singh then in the middle sector, 1.2 off, so I don't think it's going to be a very competitive lap time for the Indian driver. Could actually be the in lap for Singh as well. Cherezhnia though, he has got to improve because he looked very strong in Q1, so I think Cherezhnia is going to want to carry that pace and maybe get himself into Q3 as well. We'll see though if Cherezhnia can improve. Parachki improves, but he stays P9 for now. As Franco Gamba currently in P10. Here's Wojtek Kulasek in P8 at the moment. The Renaults are looking pretty fine at the moment in P7 and P8. As Johansson goes into the pit lane, he does not need to do more running, trust me. Zasnishka though, P7, he's doing a very good job. And then Kulasek in P8. Renault look pretty nice this season. So we'll see if they can do well in the race. Gamba's into the pits, Singh as well. So we'll see if Milka Singh will go out once again. Let's see Mohammad Patel if he can get himself out of Q2. Not at the moment, he does not improve, but he probably still has a lap to... I can't speak, but Patel does not improve, neither does fellow countryman Lewis McIntyre. But yeah, the man sandwiched in between those two Brits at the moment, Kai Cherezhnia, as he's been quite a talking point this qualifying session. I feel like I've brought him up quite a lot as he heads down the back straight. Let's see if Cherezhnia can lift himself out of 14th place, as he'll make his way around turn 14 and then turn 15. As what will it be for Kai Cherezhnia? Can he get himself out of Q2? Not at the moment, but I believe he actually still has another lap to do, so I think he might... obviously, if this is not his in-lap, Cherezhnia could still have a chance of getting himself into Q3. Let's see. And same goes for Lewis McIntyre, who also conveniently got a another lap to do. So let's see McIntyre then in his middle sector, 1.4 off. So that puts him about at a 130.8. So could maybe be an improvement for the British driver, obviously trying to find pace, as Toro Rosso have been just really off the pace in the ACOC in general. So yeah, as no, McIntyre is into the pits, and that is both Toro Rossos out of qualifying. Samet Özkan P12 and then Lewis McIntyre P15. We'll see if Lewis can make his way through the field in the race. As Enis Parachki, who DNF'd last time out at Bahrain. He had a very good qualifying for McLaren. P6 it was. I believe that's his career best qualifying, actually. And unfortunately, that did not really turn to anything in the race because Tomas Mandic spun him out in the first corner. Now then, as Enis Parachki makes his way around the final corner, let's see if he can improve. But Cherezhnia, they're just ahead. Let's see if he can improve as well. Cherezhnia does not improve. That is Kai Cherezhnia out of qualifying, and he will start P14. So Mohammad Patel in his first ever outing for Racing Point beats Kai Cherezhnia, but I think that was a bit expected considering that Patel has more experience than Cherezhnia, obviously, but it is also a new car for Mohammad. So, yeah. But I believe he's still on the lap, actually, as the clock ticks down. And qualifying is now finished. Waiting for 8 cars to cross the line. This man will be the first car to cross the line. No, actually not, maybe. There's another car coming across the line, actually. We don't know who that is, though. But we'll stay on board with Muhammad Patel then, as he enters the pit lane. So Muhammad Patel is out of qualifying. I think Kyle Racing actually just got one more lap in. Yes, he did. So he got quite lucky there. But we'll see if he actually finishes this lap or if it's just an in-lap. Because you can't really know just yet. As he makes his way around turn 12, Shireshnia. Then on to sector 3. What will his sector 2 time be? Yeah, actually, I think we already saw that, but I just missed it. Sorry. Either way, let's see then as he makes his way to the final corner, Kaisereshnia. And he is into the pits, so that is him out. And there are your eliminations then, as we're waiting for Ennis Pratt to cross the line. Does not improve, but that is both McLarens into Q3. Very, very good job from McLaren, considering where they were last season. Both Renaults in as well, as that is the field then. Your eliminated drivers for Q2 is Lewis McIntyre, Kai Cherezhnia, Mohammad Patel, Samit Özkan, and Milka Singh. Very good effort from Milka Singh, though, and Samit Özkan as well. And Jesper Johansson is fastest. Yeah, Johansson doing what he does best. But yeah, I think the racing points maybe would have been a bit higher, actually. Considering that, yeah, where they were. I mean, it's maybe an improvement from where they were last season. But yeah, I think Cherezhny had very good pace in Q1, but I think that one just kind of dropped off into Q2. Milka Singh, very, very well qualifying for him, P11. Nice stuff from the Indian. Couldn't get himself quite into Q3, but he did well with the machinery he was given. And there's Samit Özkan in P12 as well, qualifying his teammate. So, yeah, Formula 2 runner-up, doing quite well. And then Mohammad Patel, P13, as well as we now approach Q3, I believe. Yes, here we are for Q3, the final stage of qualifying. And it is Miran Evji for Ferrari, who is the first man out. The fight for pole is on, ladies and gentlemen. For the first pole of the 2019 season, it is Miran Evji first out on track, and then followed by the Red Bull of, I think that is Alfred Klaus. I think Alfred Klaus sports the orange crash helmet, while Patel, sorry. I'm so used to saying Patel in the other Renault. I still haven't been acquainted with that yet. Mandic in the other Renault. I believe he sports the white crash helmet. I think it's white, blue, and red. That's fitting. It's in the colors of the Croatian flag. So, and I don't really know what orange has to do with Alfred Klaus or Sweden. I don't know. Maybe orange is Alfred's favorite color. Who knows? Either way, here is Miran Evji on his out lap. I also mistakenly said Renault. Sorry for that. I meant Red Bull, obviously. But it's going to be a very, very interesting fight for pole then. Johansson has looked so strong in Q1 and Q2. And then Arnold as well in P2. So the Mercedes look very, very strong. Ferrari have been up there in the 3rd and 4th as well. And then the Red Bulls seem to be a bit off the pace, it seems like. So who knows? As Miran Evji will start his lap now on board for a lap at the Bahrain International Circuit with Miran Evji. To the first corner then, sharp braking zone. This is going to be where you're going to see the most overtakes, and then you can carry them onto turn 2 and then turn 3 onto the first straight. You can carry, it's a DRS zone, so you can carry battles here. Then onto turn 3, and then through the S's. You have to be really brave to carry battles throughout here. You really have to have the perfect line through these corners. You really have. It's really hard to nail that corner. Then Now on to turns 9 and 10. Oh god, I don't have a track map up either, so I'm just completely winging this. But turn 10, a very, very hard corner to nail. We see a lot of drivers go wide. LG actually went wide there in Q1. Now on to turn 11, very open corner. You can take a lot of runoff on the outside. There was a slide there for LG though. I think that could maybe give him a bit of troubles. As he has on to turn, we head through turn 12, now on to turn 13. Now on to the back straight. Gearing up for the final corner now, as this is probably the most important corner if you want to carry battles. Very nice and tidy exit for FG there. Looked to be a pretty alright lap. Let's see what it will be for the Swedish driver. It's a 1:30.136. That will be the time to beat from Miran FG. As Thomas Mandic posts a 1:31.025. That's 9/10 slower than Miran FG. Franco Gamba then, a 1:31.46. He's next across the line. As we have 8 minutes, half the session has already passed. So it's almost a one-lap shootout, even. As Dennis Graf, who is just ahead of Jesper Johansson on track. Could that be intentional from Ferrari actually to try and hold up Johansson a bit? Let's see then. As Dennis Graf will cross the line now. And it is a 1:30.3. Johansson posts a 1:30.5. FG currently remains fastest. Johansson behind the Ferraris. Very, very curious. As Kulasek goes P5 in the Renault, just behind his former teammate Thomas Mandic. Enis Parachki goes P6 ahead of his teammate Franco Gamba. Laban Sasnishkai P4, as that is a very good lap time from Laban Sasnishkai. Either way, this will be his best qualifying performance in his ACOC F1 career. As he goes P4, that's P5, as Alexander Arnold goes P4 now. Final car to cross the line will be Alfred Klaus, as he takes P4 from Alex Arnold. All 10 times on the board, and Miran FG is fastest at the moment, as he has a tendency for taking pole on opening races of the season. Obviously, he has both poles at Australia. Obviously, unfortunately, we could not run Australia due to technical issues. So, as much as we would like to go to Albert Park, we can't. But Bahrain is a very good track as well, so I'm not complaining too much. But at the moment, it's a Ferrari 1-2, surprisingly, considering that Mercedes just dominated the majority of the session. So we will see. Jesper Johansson then, let's see if he can improve as he crosses the line. No, he cannot. Dennis Graf does not improve either. So that is very curious, actually. You'd expect Johansson to at least improve on that first lap, but no, it's FG on pole at the moment, as Wojtek Kulasek just crossed the line there in his Renault, could not improve. Enis Parachki in the McLaren goes P8 ahead of Wojtek Kulasek. Then it's Laban Zasnishkai. Let's see if the Serbian can improve. He does, but he stays P6. Still a noble effort from the Serbian. He's ahead of Thomas Mandic on track. Or on time, actually. Sorry, it's not a very good day for commentary for me today. As Alex Arnold's in the pit lane, so Arnold does not improve, or he will not improve. It's game over for Arnold. FG pole man at the moment does not improve. Here is Thomas Mandic. Mandic, no improvement for him either. It's a very lonely qualifying session for the Croatian. I think I was expecting a bit better. Very, very good effort though from Laban Sasnishka in P6 then. As here is Dennis Graf and Jesper Johansson just making the way around the back straight onto turns 15 and 16, I think it is. It's 16 turns on this track, isn't it? I don't know, but Graf is into the pits. Let's see Johansson as he will finish this lap. No improvement for Jesper Johansson. Graf calls it quits. He heads into the pits. So Graf will not improve. Kulasek doesn't improve either. Johansson and Klaus, and then maybe Thomas Mandic currently are the only people to be able to challenge me on FG for pole. But once again, FG looks to continue the trend of taking poles at the opening rounds of the season. As we see Mandich in the middle sector, 7/10 off. So it's not looking to be too much of an improvement for Mandich, but they could maybe get himself ahead of Zasnishka at least. So we'll see then as he makes his way to the final few corners. The checker flag is now out, as no, Mandich is into the pits. So Mandich is going to stay P7 in qualifying. That is very unfortunate for the Croatian. He was hoping for better. Let's see Franco Gambas is going to cross the line. Gamba does not improve. He stays P10. Still a very good qualifying for McLaren compared to where they were last year. Jesper Johansson, the man to challenge for pole, let's see, as the 2018 world champion, will make his way around the final few corners. Let's see if this is an in-lap or he's going to continue the lap. No, Johansson is in. So Jesper Johansson, unless Alfred Klaus has anything to say about it, will start third. And it's looking more and more likely in the favor of Miran FG. As Wojta Kulasek will cross the line. Kulasek does not improve. Klaus is 6/10 off in the middle sector. It's not looking to be an improvement for the Swede in the Red Bull. I think it is gonna be the pole for Miran FG. We're just awaiting confirmation then, as Klaus will make his way around the penultimate couple of corners. And yeah, he will cross the line. Let's see if Klaus can improve. No, he cannot, and that means that Miran FG is on pole position for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Very, very interesting Q3 then, as Ferrari top the front row, and then Laban Zasnishka, very good qualifying for the Serbian in P6 as well. Both McLarens and both Renaults in Q3, and then Tomas Mandich, who has a lot to do in qualifying or in the race. Very interesting qualifying session then. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on that in the live stream chat below. How do you like the three-stage qualifying format? Do you think it's more exciting than the original qualifying format? Let us know. It's always nice to hear what the fans think, and yeah, you get to discuss it. So. This is also the first time a Ferrari driver grabs pole at Bahrain. 2017 was Jesper Johansson, and 2018 was Alexander Arnold. I believe so, at least. Yes, that is correct. So, yeah, this is the first Ferrari pole, but fun fact then, the only ever driver to take pole at the opening race of the season is Miran FG. So we'll see if anyone can beat him. Every time he's qualified on pole for the first race of the season, he has won it. So we'll see if that is the case again, or if history could change. As your Daniel Fraser in chat, I thought Johansson would be on pole by the pace he was setting in Q1 and Q2. Yeah, that it did surprise me as well. Johansson looked very, very strong in Q1 and Q2, just the Mercedes in general. So I don't think, Arnold and Johansson were really on the pace, it looked like. Well, still pretty decent qualifying for Johansson, but he was hoping for pole, obviously. So I think something just happened with Mercedes in Q3, and that allowed Ferrari to shine. But this track, it is more suited to Ferrari. Mercedes, while they do lack in the straights, they make up for it in the corners. And Ferrari, with the power unit in the back, it's a very, very good power unit that Ferrari have. So they have the most leverage down the straights. And oops, we just had a game crash. Sorry about that, guys. Fortunately, it's going to be a bit longer of a wait. But yeah, you guys can have to wait for a bit. Just sit tight, and we'll get this fixed eventually. Either way, it's quite a lot of viewers in chat, so hello to everyone. Great to see so many people in chat. Excited for the first race of the season. So yeah, hello everyone. It's great to have you guys here. As yes, here we are then. For lights out at the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's me and FG Paul, but it's Dennis Groff in P2, bit sudden. But we are now underway for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and the first time ever in Formula 1 2019. FG then leads from Groff, but Groff could maybe try a late braking move down the inside as he tries to cover Johansson off. FG leads then from Johansson maybe, as Johansson and Groff, the world champions, side by side. Johansson on the outside, Groff with the better leverage than on the inside. Johansson still going to try to hold on the outside there. Later on the brakes for Jesper Johansson, as the two are wheel to wheel. Very good racing as Groff tries to hold on the Ferrari 1-2. That's going to benefit FG though, as Johansson round the outside gets P2. Very good stuff for Jesper Johansson, but it might not be over yet as Klaus tries on the inside. That is Groff, and Johansson's round. I can't believe it. Groff is round as well. It's absolute chaos as the title contenders come together, and that is, oh goodness me, it's absolute chaos. And that's a red flag. Yep. That's a stupid re-entry from Dennis Groff. But goodness me, that was chaotic. Yep, and that's a red flag. Race is going to be restarted, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. I think Groff and Johansson just got a bit too close. Hopefully we won't have any of those antics once again. that was a bit crazy, but the drivers are getting prepared to go out once again. Yes, here we are. So getting on the way then for the race. 28 laps await us once again for the Bahrain Grand Prix, as we have 6 lights then. Me and FG on pole, but let's see if Dennis Groff can do anything in P2. As we are underway for the first time in 2019, once again, FG with a very, very good start, as he will lead from Dennis Groff. I think Klaus gets the jump on Johansson. Yellow flags are out for some reason. But, yeah, what? I think someone stalled. It might have been Johansson. I believe it might have been, because he's not appearing on the timing boards. As here we see a battle, yeah, FG leads now from Groff, and then Klaus in P3. What has happened to Jesper Johansson as Alfred Klaus and Dennis Groff carry a bit of a slide for Klaus there. But it is FG who leads from Groff, and then Klaus as Arnold tries on the inside, and oh no, Klaus is spun round by Alexander Arnold as he tries to re-enter the track, Alfred Klaus, and he can't, he's parked it. Alfred Klaus is out as well. That's 2 of the championship contenders out. I cannot believe it. Both Jesper Johansson and Alfred Klaus are out. So it's FG who leads from Groff, Arnold, and then Laban Sasnishka in P4. Wow. And then it's Ennis Park in P6. Mama Patel runs in the points. Samet Özkan is P7. Incredible from the young Swede. As, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry for that, guys. This is really not going to plan today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, that's another red flag. We're gonna restart the race. Yeah, we're very sorry. It's just sometimes things just don't go according to plan. Race will be restarting qualifying order. Sorry, everyone. It's just it's not going to plan. We're really sorry for that. Apparently, Johansson decided that he wants to become a roadblock. And we wish for all ACOC drivers to not have that intention. Pure ACOC essence. I like that. It is very true. It wouldn't be the ACOC with it wouldn't be the ACOC with some AI antics. As we are back for a third time. Hopefully, third time is the charm, ladies and gentlemen. As we are approaching 6 lights, then FG on pole, but can Groff do anything P2? As we are underway for the third time here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. FG looks to have the lead at the moment. No one stalled off the grid this time, so that's very, very good at least. FG then having to cover on the outside of Dennis Groff. As he does so, FG leads from his teammate Groff. He's been able to hold off Jesper Johansson there for P3. As Gamba and Özkan fall down, but Klaus and Johansson now duel for P3 as Alfred Klaus, the two Swedes going side by side. Johansson round the outside then trying to hold off the Red Bull driver, but I think Klaus has the better exit then as they're going to be side by side through the S's, and Johansson gets it on the outside. Beautiful move from Jesper Johansson, but Klaus on the curve, they're still side by side as Johansson's going to be at the outside, Klaus on the inside, now into the braking zone, turn 10, as Lamas as Nishka is going past Alexander Arnold. Very good stuff from him as there's a crash at the back. I think a few guys are involved there. That's Patel, Suto, McIntyre and Albom, but we're going to focus on this battle as Klaus gets ahead of Johansson. What has happened to Mohammed Patel? And then Lewis McIntyre too. McIntyre gets back running, so does Victor Albom, but Mohammed Patel, could we get a view on that? I don't know, but either way, yes, there is Mohammed Patel. And he's out in his first race for Force India, or Racing Point, sorry. As look at how close these cars are. Wojtek Kulasek is going to have an absolute stampede behind him. So does Thomas Mandage as Jesper Johansson tries it once again. Alfred Klaus. Klaus rolls wide though. Might have gone a better exit, but there's going to be some track limits about that. Johansson though, with the Mercedes engine, obviously Red Bull Racing running the Honda engine. The new Honda engine, as it's going to be Johansson on the inside of Alfred Klaus though. Can't quite keep that move as Kai Cherezhny and Milka Singh have a bit of a battle for P12 as well. Cherezhny comes out victorious in that one, but it might not be over yet for the two. I don't know why we can't cut to that. Here we are as Cherezhny and Singh side by side. These two competed in Formula 2 for a brief moment against each other. Singh is going to try it on the outside. No, they did not. What am I talking about? As Cherezhny and Singh side by side. Cherezhny on the inside, almost made contact, and Kai has to back out of that as he has a look on Singh, but it's double trouble. It's Alfa Romeo double trouble for Kai Cherezhny as Luca Farina. These two competed in Formula 2. Cherezhny having to cover up Luca Farina there. As Farina had a bit of a look on the outside of the Polish driver. Either way, that is Cherezhny in P13. He's going to have to hope to get another shot at Milka Singh. But your top 5 at the moment: Miran FG, Dennis Groff, Alfred Klaus, Jesper Johansson, and then Lavan Zasnishkai. Very welcome surprise. He's doing very, very well in his first ever race for Renault, it has to be said. Alexander Arnold has to be frustrated considering that he's stuck behind the two Renaults. Here is Jesper Johansson on the inside of Alfred Klaus once again. Is this going to succeed? As he does not. That inside line does not look to be very good, as Kulasek and Arnold are dueling as well. So Arnold is trying to get past the Czech Renault driver, but Kulasek holds firm. He stays P6. So very, very nice stuff from Wojtek Kulasek, defending from the beast that is the Mercedes, as Dennis Groff, look at this, he's caught up to Miran FG. So the two Ferraris, even though they lead by 2.4 seconds from Alfred Klaus behind, so the Ferraris have built up an absolutely massive gap. But they might be in for a little bit of a teammate battle here. So this could be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We could have Dennis Groff, the world champion, try and overtake his Swedish teammate Miran FG. So we'll see how that will pan out for the pair of them. And we'll see if Alfred Klaus can close that gap as well, because he's had to duel with Jesper Johansson, which has cost him quite a lot. Battling is costly, as we know. as they approach the start-finish straight now. We'll see if Graf will inch any closer to his teammate. I believe he's actually... I don't know if he's lapping faster than his teammate. I can't quite see. But what we will see is Arnold attempting the move on Wojtek Kulasek. Can't quite succeed with it though, as Kulasek just stern on the outside. It worked. Jafari in chat, wow, take 2019 actually worked this time? Yeah. As here's Singh, who had a bit of a look on Franco Gamba there, but I think he was too far away to complete a move like that, so yeah, that would not have worked for Milka Singh. Luca Farina sporting the red and white and blue Alfa Romeo. Very, very nice looking car. Obviously, if you notice, Singh has Stelvio written on his car. Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Just a funny little tidbit, but I think everyone's noticed this. Singh has Alfa Romeo Stelvio written on his car, and Farina has Alfa Romeo Giulia written on his car, which are two Alfa Romeo car models. And speaking of Giulia, Luca Farina becomes the third ever Italian driver to compete in the ACOC main tier. Second one was Giulia Cisetti, who also has announced a return to DTM, which is very, very interesting. And speaking of returning drivers, we also have Adam Hidayat in the Formula E tier, but let's focus on Formula 1. This is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen, as Thomas Mandic is now chasing down Alex Arnold, as he's trying to follow the German, trying to make a move for P7. Mandic is going to be pretty disappointed with this. He does not want to finish P8 in his first outing for Red Bull. We'll see if he can get past the German, but he's on the tail of the German driver at the moment. As, oh, a bit of a slide there actually. I think he hopped over the curbs there a bit, Mandic. As I think there are obvious signs that he is pushing to try and get past the Mercedes driver. Obviously, this is going to benefit him, considering that his former teammate, Renault driver Wojtek Kulasek, is holding him up for P6. So this is good for Mandic at least, but we don't know whenever he's going to succeed with the moves. As Alex puts in chat, I didn't deserve this. Oh, yeah. It's just sometimes it just, you know. It just sometimes you have bad races, sometimes you have good races, you know. Not everyone has great days. As Alexander Arnold's gonna try it once again on Wojtek Kulasek, late on the brakes. Actually looked to remain a bit closer to him this time. Yeah, you could actually succeed with the move to turn 3. Let's see this. Is he on the inside of Kulasek? Wojtek's going to be put under massive amounts of pressure now, as he's defending from the Mercedes driver Arnold to side by side then through the S's, as Kulasek defends on the outside, and very good defending from Wojtek Kulasek. Arnold does not succeed with it yet. And you must be feeling for the German. He must be incredibly frustrated behind the wheel of that Mercedes, considering that they can't overtake Kulasek, the Renault there. As I think it might get even worse for Arnold, because I think Thomas Mandic is lining up for a move now on the inside into turn 11. Did this really work? And it has not, but he forced Arnold into a mistake there. Either way, Arnold remains ahead for now, so it can't get a lot worse for Alexander Arnold. Either way, the two Renaults might actually be battling. This could maybe help Alexander Arnold, as Kulasek now on the back of teammate Laban Zazniczka. Is he gonna pull out to make the move? It's gonna be the experienced driver versus the rookie as they're very close to turn 1. I thought there would always be contact there, but Kulasek can't succeed with the move on Zasnishka and looks to the outside, switches to the inside once again. The two Renaults dancing around as they battle for P5 now. Zasnishka defending around the outside is really putting his Serbian teammate to the test. Kulasek as they're going to be side by side through the S's, and Zasnishka, Laban Zasnishka defends from Wojtek Kulasek. Beautiful defending from Zasnishka there. Very good stuff from Zasnishka as Mandic now tries it on Alex Arnold into turn 10. Mandic gonna have the inside. That's gonna be the better line maybe as they make contact, and it's gonna be Arnold who actually comes ahead there. But yeah, that will go very hairy as Mandic is now going to defend for Enis Parachki, but Enis Parachki is going to defend for Samit Özkan, as Özkan's going to be on the inside of the Macedonian driver. But yeah, Özkan could not complete that, but very opportunistic stuff from Samit Özkan, as he almost got that done actually. So yeah, props to him for trying it, but where is Enis going? And that's going to allow Samit Özkan to get back at him as he's going to try it on the inside now of Enis Parachki, but can't quite complete the move, but Enis goes wide again. Where is Enis going? As we have Joe in chat. Hello, Joe. I thought Wojtek Kulasek was Czech, not Serbian. Yeah, sorry. I mixed him up with Laban Zasnishka. Wojtek Kulasek is Czech. But yeah, Samit Özkan now defending for Franco Gamba. Now, as I think he tried it on Enis Parachki, I believe. But the two are gonna be side by side then, as Özkan now defending from Franco Gamba. The two side by side through the S's. Özkan is really gonna have to put up the defense now, but he can't do much as Franco Gamba slips past in the McLaren up to P10. Özkan might try it once again though, but he can't. Milka Singh now might try to come back at Samit Özkan. I like how two people went, oh hi Joe, completely simultaneous. That's pretty funny. But Özkan now having to defend the inside line from Milka Singh. Good exit from Singh there, as he's really putting Özkan under pressure. Very, very incredible battle between the two youngsters, as Özkan's gonna have the inside line. Singh have to go the long way around, and the outside line seems to be the better line as Singh gets past Özkan now. Actually being put under pressure from Kaicherezhnia, as it's just getting even worse for Samit Özkan as he's dropping down positions. But incredible battles in the midfield we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen, as I think there's a move from the Haas there back. As yeah, there was. That's Jafari Blackwood and Luca Farina, but yeah, he can't quite get past the Italian just yet. As here is Alexander Arnold. He's going to try it once again on Kulasek. Could he almost get Zasnishka there as well? Very late on the break for Alexander Arnold. That was incredibly late actually. But he's going to try it on Kulasek. Think he might get past here. Kulasek's going to have to hope for his Serbian team Zasnishka to get help. But Zasnishka might not be able to defend for much, as I think Arnold almost tried to get Zasnishka there. Maybe tried to bite off more than he could chew there, Arnold. And he finally gets past Wojtek Kulasek there for P6. So Arnold is finally ahead. Yeah, Arnold finally got ahead there. So yeah, his woes end. And now he only has Laban Zasnishka to clear, so we'll see how that will go. Laban really has proven himself in terms of defense today, so I think he could put up a very good challenge to the Mercedes of Alexander Arnold, as he's being already put on their challenge, as he's going to try it on the inside. Alexander Arnold, Zasnishka going to defend the long way round, but he can't quite do it. Switches to the inside for the final corner. That Mercedes engine better than the Renault, but Zasnishka still able to remain side by side. Arnold though shuts the door on Zasnishka. Very opportunistic move from Alex Arnold, and he finally clears the two Renaults. Now he only has teammate Jesper Johansson to worry about. And Zasnishka is still going to be put under pressure by Wojtek Kulasek. The two Renaults are going to try to be side by side. Tomas Mandic could try and stick his nose into this, as we're going to see Kulasek on the inside of his teammate. The two Renaults battling once again, as Kulasek trying to get past Zasnishka, looks to the outside, switches the inside once again. There's Tomas Mandic on the inside of Wojtek Kulasek, as he's gonna try, as the two former teammates are gonna be dueling now, managing the Red Bull obviously, as he's gonna go through the S's side by side. Ooh, very big slide for Thomas Mandic, but he manages to catch that. That leaves him with a very poor exit as the two McLarens now of Enis Paratsky and Franco Gamba are now gonna be battling amongst each other as well. Very, very close. The battle for points. Meanwhile, at the lead, surprisingly enough, Alfred Klaus has actually not closed the lead to, or not closed the gap to the Ferrari of Dennis Graf, as Wojtek Kulasek still trying to make a move on Zasniczka. That's not how you do it though, Wojtek. Either way, he's using all the available track, and he's got a pretty poor exit. Mandic tried to line up for a move on Kulasek there, as Johansson now has caught up to Alfred Klaus, so these two could duel once again. Johansson is going to want to get up to his original starting position of third, as Enis Paratsky is now going to try it on. He's now going to try it on Thomas Mandic. Look at this, as Mandic defends those successes from the outside. You have to be very late on the brakes if you want to succeed with a move up down the inside there. We usually see moves being completed around the outside there better than on the inside. We'll see if that succeeds though. Either way, Mandic putting up the defense to Enis Paratsky. And let me tell you, Paratsky is not an easy person to defend from. So, as we will look at the position gains from the start then, FJ and Graf stay where they are. Obviously, Klaus overtook Johansson at the start, so that's Klaus up 1 and Johansson down 1. Kulasek up 2. So very good race from Wojtek Kulasek so far. He's overtaken teammate Man, or not. Oh God, I'm still stuck in 2018. Sorry guys. He's overtaken former teammate Mandic, let's just say that, and then Enis Paratsky as well. And then Cherezhnia up 1 as well. Farina is up 2, and then Blackwood's up 3, and Novikov is up 4 after that. After a bit of bumper cars at the back of the field, I think it was. As we have a battle somewhere on the field. And here is that battle as Kulasek now defends from Thomas Mandic. The two are going to be side by side down the start-finish straight. It's going to be Mandic on the inside. Can this really work? As Kulasek uses all the available track given to him. As I think the two are still side by side though, are they? No, they're not. So Kulasek successfully defends from Mandic, but that's only temporarily, as Mandic is going to be on the inside of Wojtek Kulasek now, the two side by side, as it's the Red Bull versus the Renault through the S's now. As can they really carry it side by side? They cannot. It's Kulasek who comes out victorious on the exit there, as Mandic still tries to follow Kulasek there, but the two McLarens at the back are dueling Gamba and Paratsky. Gamba on the outside of Enis Paratsky then, as Enis is going to have to defend the inside. Gamba on the outside, can't quite make it though. Franco stays ahead, as is that Paratsky on Mandic on the inside of the Croatian Renault driver, as Paratsky tried it, but he could not quite complete it there. Singh might be able to stick his nose into this battle, as he's trying to have a look on Franco Gamba for P10. What incredible midfield battles we're being treated to, as Singh going a bit wide, sparks flying, as Jesper Johansson now, as we switch to a completely different battle. Jesper Johansson on the inside of Alfred Klaus, though Klaus remains in P3 for now, as Singh going very wide. Özkan trying to get the move done on Milka Singh, as Singh's teammate Farina is trying to get past Kai Cherezhnia there. Singh on the outside, defends successfully from Samet Özkan. Cherezhnia and Farina still carrying that battle side by side, as they're going to head down to turn 3 now. Farina and Cherezhnia side by side, as I just did say. Cherezhnia having to go the long way around if he wants to get past the Italian, as they head through the S's. Farina having the inside, and Cherezhnia coming out victorious in that battle. Very, very good stuff from Kai Chiragina, but it's not over yet, as Farina tries it on the inside there once again. Kai prepared though, as he defends from Luca Farina. As we approach lap 13 out of 28, FG has led every lap of the race. We've only lost one person so far, and that is the Racing Point of Muhammad Patel, who DNF'd on lap 1 after a multi-car incident involving some of the guys further back. Sorry, I had to go for a bit, but we are going to focus on this. Jesper Johansson versus Alfred Klaus. The two Swedes are going to go after this. Johansson's going to be inside of Alfred Klaus. These two were championship rivals last season. We might see a continuation of that, as Johansson's going to be on the inside of Alfred Klaus. And Klaus successfully defends from Jesper Johansson, as Johansson looking for a way past his Swedish compatriot. But Klaus remains in P3 for now. Here's the other Red Bull of Thomas Mandic, who's trying to get past Wojtek Kulasek. And I believe he has got the move done on Kulasek, as it's not over yet, actually. They were actually able to carry that battle side by side through the SS. Very impressive. Both drivers not wanting to give an inch to each other, going all out. Very, very high level of competition we have here in the ACOC. As that is Thomas Mandic ahead of Wojtek Kulasek. Finally, as I have just noticed, Alexander Arnold, that gap before he overtook Zazniczka was 12. He's half that gap to Jesper Johansson. So maybe at the end of the race, we've just reached halfway distance, by the way. Maybe at the end of the race, he could try and challenge these two for P3. As we're going to see Jesper Johansson now, will he try it into the first corner on Alfred Klaus? Here he goes on the inside, though he's not going to succeed with it. He does not, but I think he's trying to set himself up for the third corner. I believe he's a bit too far away then. He is, but he's still going to try to follow Alfred Klaus closely, as Enis Parashkin now tries it on Wojtek Kulasek. Thomas Mandic now tries it on Laban Zazniczka on the inside. That's not going to work, as Zazniczka successfully defends from the outside, but Mandic still all over the back of that Renault driver. Parashkin tries it once again on Wojtek Kulasek. Mandic on the inside of Laban Zazniczka there, as Parashkin and Kulasek side by side. Very, very good battle between the two, as they're wheel to wheel. Parashki and Kulasek not giving an inch to each other, as Parashki is on the inside now of Wojtek Kulasek. Kulasek having to go the long way around, trying to defend from the North Macedonian driver, as the two wheel to wheel now down into turn 10. Parashki is going to be on the outside, as Zazniczka defends from Mandic. Parashki going the long way around, gets the move done on Wojtek Kulasek, but it could not be over yet, ladies and gentlemen, as we have been staying side by side for the half the lap now, as Parashki on the outside hops over the curb, as Kulasek's backed off, and that is Enis Parashki, ladies and gentlemen, through for P8. But it's not over for Zazniczka, as Mandic looking for a way past, but it's not over for Kulasek either, as Franco Gamba, the other McLaren, now tries to slip past, as Mandic going to be on the inside into the final corner. Zazniczka though defends on the outside. Very, very good defending from young Zazniczka, as he is really proving himself. He looks really comfortable in that Renault car, as Mandic going to try it on the inside once again. This is really a trial by fire for Zazniczka's Renault career, as Kulasek is seeing now side by side. Kulasek is just going down and down and down. I think they actually made contact there, Kulasek and Singh, as Milka Singh's now going to try it on the inside of Wojtek Kulasek into the third corner. Kulasek having to defend the long way around. It takes a bit of an alternate line to try and get the better exit out of this corner. They're going to be side by side through the SS, though Singh just barely hanging on, and Kulasek remains ahead of Milka Singh then. At least he can stay in the points, as Samet Özkan still on the back of Milka Singh. Enis Parashki is now going to want to try it on Thomas Mandic, just waiting for the young Croatian to slip up with a mistake. Parashki Not a man you see making a lot of mistakes. He's a very, very consistent driver, Ennis, and that McLaren looks very, very strong, so we could see Ennis and Franco lead the top part of the midfield. And same goes with the Renaults as well. I think the McLarens and the Renaults are going to be the people to beat in the top half of the midfield. I think Renault and McLaren have secured a very, very good lineup for 2019. As Mandic then basically sandwiched in between the McLaren and the Renault. Let's see the Mandic as he's all over the gearbox of Laban Sasnishkai. He's going to try it on the inside, though I don't think it's going to work. He seems a bit too far back to complete the move. I think Laban's going to have it a bit easier to defend from the Croatian, and he does so. So, Mandic still not successful with the move, but he is eager to get past the Renault driver because he's just losing time behind Zasnishka here. As Mandic is going to be on the inside now into the third corner, and Zasnishka is going to try to hold Mandic off. Can Mandic make the move stick as he bounces over the curbs? And what a slide as he makes contact, and he spun round. Oh goodness me, as he makes contact with Franco Gamba, and that's put Mandic out of the race. I can't believe it. Franco Gamba is down to P17 as well. Thomas Mandic is out of the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's ended in disaster for Thomas Mandic as he skipped over the curbs and lost control of his Red Bull. Wow, and that is such a shame for Thomas Mandic as he looked to have he looked to succeed with the move on Laban Sasnishka there, but that puts a pretty mediocre debut race to an end for Thomas Mandic, as Jesper Johansson is still trying to challenge Alfred Klaus. Shame for Mandic though, and very big shame for Franco Gamba, as the two Alfa Romeo side by side now for the points. This is as Luca Farina and Milka Singh now side by side into the final corner. Singh round the outside trying to defend from his rookie Italian teammate, as the two are going to carry it side by side into the first corner, as Parashki is trying to challenge Zasnishka now. Obviously we can't give out penalties live, we'll have to do that after the race, as Farina now side by side with Milka Singh throughout the first corner, but it's going to be Singh who's ahead for now, as Farina is going to come back as his Indian teammate into turn 3 now on the inside. There's Cherezhnia out of nowhere as Farina can't succeed with it. Cherezhnia looking for a way past on the inside of Farina. Can't quite succeed with it though. Cherezhnia has Blackwood to worry about, as Blackwood's going to be on the inside. Cherezhnia, very opportunistic move from Jamaican, but he can't quite succeed with it just yet. Oh god, I am getting very tired. It doesn't even help that my throat hurts a bit, so. A lot of action in the race though, I can't complain with that. We're being treated to a very, very excellent Bahrain Grand Prix, as we said, as we have about 9 laps remaining. Here's Anis Parachki, who is looking for a way past Laban Sasnishka for P6. But, yeah, look at that. Ennis just not wasting any time here, trying to get past Sasnishka as soon as possible. Laban's going to have to defend from the outside from the North Macedonian, as they're going to be side by side through the final corner, as they're going to be wheel to wheel in down to turn 1 through the start-finish straight. We are seeing absolutely incredible midfield battles, as Parachik is going to be on the inside of Sasnishka, and now there's Özkan trying it on Kurosek as well. Sasnishka remains defiant on the outside. He holds firm, Laban, showing experience way beyond his years. As Parachki now once again on the inside into the third corner. I cannot believe this. They've been side by side for the entirety of the first sector. Parachki on the inside now as they head through the SS, as he cannot hold on. Laban Sasnishkai take a bow. That is absolutely incredible. As look at this summit, Özkan and the Toro Rosso. Might we have finally a good Toro Rosso performer on their hands, as Özkan's gonna try to swing around the outside of Wojtek Kulasek into turn 10, and he gets it done for P8. Very good stuff from Summit Özkan, but it's not over yet, as Kulasek is still gonna want that P8. He's still hungry for those points, as Özkan goes a bit wide, but he's actually held that position. So very, very incredible from Samet Özkan, as Milka Singh is trying to get Wojtek Kulasek now. Kulasek is just falling down the order, but same can't be said for teammate Zasnishkai, as he is just holding firm there in P6. Farina and Singh then side by side. As oh wow, there's so much action. My face is going numb. I don't even know how that happens, but there's just so much action at the moment. But Farina then on the inside of Milka Singh. The two are going to be side by side, as Farina can't quite get past his teammate Singh. He's got a quite poor exit. This is going to allow none other than Cherezhnia to have a look on the Italian driver. Obviously, F2 Championship rivals reunited in Formula 1 as they battle it out in F1 here at Bahrain. Cherezhnia on the inside, but can't quite succeed with it just yet. But I think he's still gonna try it on Farina on the inside. They're still side by side, as Farina's gonna be in the long. He's gonna have to defend the outside, but it's gonna be the inside line to turn 10 now. Cherezhnia is gonna go round the outside of Luca Farina. Can he make the mistake? Yes, he can. Farina a bit poor on the exit there, and that is Cherezhnia supposedly ahead. Not yet though, as Farina's going to defend the inside line. Cherezhnia is going to have the outside as he gets the move on. Kai Cherezhnia. Very good stuff from the young Polish driver. Jafari Blackwood is looking for a way past Luca Farina now, but Farina, he does not want to lose two positions, as it's an incredibly close battle, but battling is costly, as I did just mention, as Enis Paratsky is now going to pass Laban Zasnishkai. So Enis, as I said, not wasting any time, up into P6. Very good stuff from Enis Paratsky, as always. Here's Victor Albom, as he's been running in last the entire race. Disappointing start to the season for the Dane. Obviously was involved in that first lap accident with a few other guys. He's now on the back of Franco Gamba, who's fallen down to P17. And as I wanted to mention, those guys battling, Cherezhnia and Farina, as we see the position gains, Novikov is up 6 positions now. So he's done very, very well in his debut race for Williams. No points, obviously, but he's catching up to the back of Jafari Blackwood. So, he could at least be involved in some action today. And Samet Özkan up 4 positions. It has to be said, what a debut race for Samet Özkan. Absolutely incredible from the young Swede. As he is on the back of Laban Zasnishkai now as well. So Laban is going to have to worry about Özkan, as Laban had a bit of a slide there actually. So that's going to allow Özkan to have a look on the outside. But Zasnishkai defends for now. Obviously he's got Kulasek there behind, so if Özkan slips up and makes a mistake, that could allow Wojtek Kulasek to try and re-pass the Toro Rosso driver. But for now, Özkan's going to be on the slipstream of Zasnishkai with DRS, lines up alongside the young Serbian, as the two are going to be side by side. These guys raced in Formula 2 as well, remember, as Zasnishkai is going to swing around the outside, going to defend from the Toro Rosso of Samet Özkan, as Özkan actually somehow gets past before. Usually don't see moves on the inside working that easily, but it has for Samet Özkan, as he's now defending his position with Laban Zasnishkai. Very good stuff from Samet Özkan. Bravo, Samet, as he is driving incredibly. He is outperforming that Toro Rosso for sure, as Wojtek Kulasek is now on the back of Laban Zasnishkai, as those two are trying to duel. Look at this, Alfred Klaus is on the back of Dennis Graf. So something is happened to Dennis Graf, and that has allowed Alfred Klaus to catch up, because Graf is also losing pace to Miran Evji. So could we see Klaus with a bit of a late charge to try and overtake Dennis Graf here? Maybe, maybe not, as we have a total of 9 viewers in chat. Hello everyone, hopefully you guys are enjoying the race as much as we are. So we're being treated a very, very exciting race. Maybe not in the top 5, considering that FG's led the entirety of the thing, but we are being treated to incredible midfield battles, and I mean incredible. It is a very strong midfield, I have to say. We've got so many incredible talents in the midfield as well, all looking to prove themselves for the top teams. So, yeah. As Blackwood trying to follow Farina through. Novikov, as I was just mentioning, now that the battles have kind of calmed down here, he's losing time to Blackwood, which is expected. That Williams is far off the pace. As Alfred Klaus now on the back of Dennis Graf. He's going to want to split up this Ferrari 1-2, Alfred Klaus, as he is closing on Dennis Graf. Graf just has to play rear gunner here to Miran Evgi. So as long as they secure the Ferrari victory, I think it is going to be A-OK for the Italian outfit. Klaus, though, is going to try into the first corner. Let's see if he will. As he does not, so Klaus stays behind for now. Maybe he's gonna try and set up a move into turn 3. Let's see then. As he will head to turn 3, we'll focus on this battle instead. Kulasek versus Asnishka. These two have been going at it the entire race. Teammate battles are always very, very exciting to see. Very high risk and just a high reward as well. Or not very high reward, to be honest, but it's a high risk. You think back to 2017 here in Bahrain, we had no shortage of teammate battles there as well. The Toro Rossos were going at it for points that race too. You had Courtney Simpson and Julia Cisetti battling, as we see Kulasek and Sasnishkai battling. Kulasek he tried it there on the inside, as we have Giuseppe. Hello, Giuseppe. Joining us for some late commentary. Here's Giuseppe as we have 3 wide situation. Cherezhnia sandwich in between the Alfa Romeos. Is that going to work? As Cherezhnia and Farina make contact. And sorry about that, Giuseppe. But the 2 Alfa Romeos are side by side. Singh gets out of Farina. Cherezhnia, the big loser out of all that. But the battles are still going on as Farina having to defend the outside line. You've missed a lot, Giuseppe.
I can speak, right? Or
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can speak. Hello, this is, to anyone watching, this is our co-commentator Giuseppe, who was meant to be here for the entire race, but he's now joining for the final 3 laps, so,
I was at our friend's house, sorry guys, but I'm back now, so...
Yep. Great to have you in the commentary booth. Here is Blackwood trying it on Kai Cherezhnia, but, so to recap the race for you, Giuseppe, and for the guys who've just tuned in recently, and then qualifying as well, FG took pole, and he's led the entire race from Dennis Graf in P2. Then you have, and we've had incredible battles in the midfield. Mandich retired in his first race for Red Bull. The Renaults, as we see here, Sasnishka and Kulasek going at it. These two have been going at it for the entirety of the race, and I mean it. These guys have just not been able to leave each other. And we've had some stand-up performers. The McLarens have been doing really well. The Alfa Romeos are doing really well. The Renaults are doing really well. And Gamba was doing pretty well too after... he was doing very well until he collided with Thomas Mandich, which sent him down to P17 and which sent Mandich out of the race. Another DNFer is Muhammad Patel, who DNF'd on the first lap. As just as we're talking, we see the Renaults. Look at this incredible battle. These two are not giving an inch to each other as Asnishkai defends the outside line to Kulasek. But these two are really going at it.
Yeah, and I was gonna make a Sky Q joke, but that's not okay. So, as you can see, we're going through the field a bit.
Yeah, that is Lewis.
I assume FG has been leading this race from lights to... Oh,
yeah,
FG,
goodness! And that is McIntyre.
That's McIntyre spun by the Williams. Oh no!
Yeah, and that's Shuto and McIntyre coming. That's McIntyre Shuto coming together at turn 10. McIntyre, can he get the car running again? And that is going to send him down to last place for sure. Come on, Lewis. Yep, there he is. And that is Lewis McIntyre sent out to last place, but no shortage of the action, Giuseppe. Even though you joined in late, that's Shuto and McIntyre coming together. As here are the Alfa Romeos dueling still. Singh in P10. Farina has been throwing everything at his Indian teammate here.
Yeah, it seems like he just can't get past. So, I mean, optimally, they would have to make themselves somehow catch up to the. I say that the racing, but there's another sprint. Yes, from Farina.
And I think that's Farina out.
No.
He can't get the car running again. And that
I think he's stuck in the gravel.
Yeah, he's stuck. And that's Luca Farina out of the Bahrain Grand Prix. That's our second retirement of the session, I think. And that is Chereznia spinning Farina around as they were 3 wide at turn 1. As that was madness. But I think that's
here. I was gonna say optimally they would push each other to catch up to the Renaults. Now there's only one Alfa Romeo into this race.
Yeah, it is turning out to be an absolutely crazy race. And Chereznia, I think it's just a classic 3-1 doesn't go. But the
leaders look pretty close actually. Might we see some final lap action here? Who knows? I think FJ led all race, right? Because I think he started all. I read a bit of the stuff chat while I was out. So, has he been there, Lysa Flag?
Yeah, he has.
But maybe will that change? Who knows? Because as you can see, 2 laps remaining. I mean, I know that you don't want it to change, Miran. I'm sorry, but as we see Kulasec going for a move, but he just can't get it. Just try he had a bit of a peak there, but nothing to come out of it.
Yeah, these guys they've been going after the entire race, and I really mean the entire race.
And Blackwood has DRS, he might get passing. They're side by side. Are they side by side? Yeah, as Blackwood goes down the inside. Oh, I thought they were gonna spin someone. That's someone being seen. Thankfully that didn't happen, but now Blackwood on the second DRS straight. Will he be able to make the move into turn 4? And he's down the inside, he seems to have the advantage. And they're side by side, who will get in front of them? And you just can't tell, but I think Singh has got it, he's defended well. Not yet, because Blackwood down the inside now, I think that's turn 9. And it's not ending, this is a never ending battle. It's great to see, you love to see it, the respect between 2 drivers. And I think Blackwood's gotten past. Yes.
Yeah, he has. What a battle from the 2
I don't think it's over yet though. It's not over yet. He's not giving up. This is for the final lap, by the way. Or at least for the leader right now. I don't know if they're on the final lap.
These guys haven't started the final lap yet. But
just kept his lead actually comfortably.
Once again, it's looking to be Miran Evji is going to take another opening race win of the season like he always does. But Blackwood now in P10, it could be debut points for the Jamaican, which is incredible to see. But then also people like Samuel Özkan is going to score points at debut P7. It's going to be absolutely incredible for him, as we are going to see the 2 Renaults fight once again as they approach the final lap of the race. Kulasek on the inside then of Laban Zasnishkai. These 2 have really not been able to leave each other this race. I think this might be the beginning of a rivalry forming, but these 2 have been really scrapping it out this entire race. As Kulasek's going to be on the inside now of Jafari Blackwood. As I believe Miran Evji is now approaching the final corner. I think he is, as Zasnishkai comes out ahead. But it is going to be this man, a 3rd opening race win in a row, as it's going to be Miran Evji who wins in Bahrain and the first race of the season. Dennis Graf comes on P2 to make it a Ferrari 1-2 and an Alfred Klaus rounding out the podium. Jesper Johansson and Alex Arnold P5. Bit of a disappointing result for them. The 2 Renaults are still going at it. As it's going to, I can't tell who's going to get this. As
Jafari Blackwood might join into this fight actually, you know?
Yeah, he could, definitely. Next across the line will be Enis Parachki. That's a career best for the North Macedonian driver. As even just P6 for McLaren. He did what he unfortunately could not do last season, I mean. But now, to the final corners. Kulasek's going to try on the inside, but it's not enough. And Lavan Zasnishkai in his first race Renault gets P8, but Blackwood and Kulasek to the line. Who's gonna get it? It's a drag race to the line, and I think it's gonna be Kulasek who gets it. He does. And Singh comes up P11, Chereznia P12 and then Novikov P13. Album and Gamba dueling as well. Gamba goes wide, but I think it's going to be Franco Gamba. The McLaren gets P15 there from Victor Album. And Gamba gets it there. Farina gets P17, and the final car to cross the line will be Lewis McIntyre. It's been a very disappointing race for the British driver. He's been involved in 2 incidents, got spun out by Shuto at the end there. But yes, that is the Bahrain Grand Prix done and dusted. Fastest lap goes to Alfred Klaus. So we'll go through the final results then 4x4. It's Miran Evji who takes yet another victory, a third opening race victory. Did it in 2017, 2018, and now 2019. And he is accompanied by on the podium by Dennis Graf, making it a Ferrari 1-2. Alfred Klaus is P3, and then Jesper Johansson, 2018 champion, finishes P4.
Alexander Arnold, his teammate, right behind him. And we have Enis Parashki, really good result by him. I think that, as you mentioned, it's career best. There's Samet Özkan. Is that his debut? Because I think
that is his debut. Incredible debut, Fiona.
7th place, incredible job. And then we have Laban Sashnishkai.
Wojtek Kulasek finishes P9 after an incredible teammate battle, where unfortunately his other teammate comes out victorious, and Jafari Blackwood scores points on debut. It's P10 for him. Milka Singh is P11, and then it's Kai Chereznia P12.
Then we have the 2 Williamses of Maximilian Novikov and Josef Fredrik Suto in P13 and P14 respectively. Franco Gamba, for being in a McLaren, not as good as his teammate, but it happens. He'll probably come back
Gamba. Yeah, just to add in, Gamba collided with Mandic. That's why he went down the order.
Oh, my mistake. But he'll surely do better next race because the car he's gotten is good enough for that, I know. Then we have Victor Albom in 16th.
Luca Farina finishes P17, followed by Lewis McIntyre. Very disappointing race for the Brit. He's going to have to hope for a better next time out, or a better race next time out at Spain, I believe it is. Is Spain? I think it's either Spain or China. I haven't checked it. We'll check that later. And the 2 non-finishes are Thomas Mandic for Red Bull and Mohamed Patel for Racing Point. So that is it for Formula 1 here at Bahrain. Thanks so much for watching. It's been a very, very exciting race. Congratulations to Miran Evji on the victory, and Ferrari, and then Dennis Graf and Alfred Klaus on the podium. Me congratulating myself. That's weird, but I still do it because traditions. And then also, it's been a very chaotic race, and we've seen some incredible battles and a lot of drama and a lot of action. You weren't here for the entire race, Giuseppe, but your thoughts?
Time here seems like a very entertaining race. In fact, I think I missed a lot. So yeah, but I'll probably look at the stream and see what I wasn't able to see. But all in all, I think it was a pretty solid race. Can't wait to see the next round. Yeah,
it is gonna be an exciting one for sure when we head to China next week. But it's been a very, very exciting race. We'll see you then. So I've been Miran Evji.
I've been Giuseppe Stella.
And actually, before we go, would you like to give out the driver of the day?
I haven't been here enough actually to give that out, to be fair. Well,
my driver of the day will go to Samet Özkan, because I think he's done really well. He's charged to the field in what is a pretty uncompetitive machine, in what is a pretty uncompetitive Toro Rosso, historically wise. And he's just made his way through the field and made some very nice overtakes, and came on P7 on his debut. So I think Red Bull have secured a pretty nice junior driver on their hands. But that's been it for me. I've been Miran Evji.
And I've been Giuseppe Stella.
Thanks so much for watching. We will see you next week for the Formula 1 Chinese Grand Prix at the Shanghai International Circuit. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye.